seltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. The peach, the lemon lime, the strawberry shortcake, and the blue raspberry. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten if you give a shit about that. We are live in over 100 stores in Tennessee. More just opened up. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Hello, Jabes.
Hello.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. Look
lost-
who's talking.
Oh, stop. Stop.
I'm a look who's talking.
Are you?
Kirstie Alley. Yeah.
Kirstie Alley, yeah? That's your go-to?
And it is Kirstie, right?
It is. It is Kirstie Alley. It's
Not
so
Kirstie?
fucking funny you said that, by the way.
What?
Because when you came in last night and I told you during the game, I was like, because my brown friend, Amrish, he was the one who texted me first, and he goes, hey, dude.
Yeah,
and I was like, ah, shit, really?
Yeah.
And so I looked it up on...
Good-looking brown friend.
Oh, yeah. It's
Killing it.
The gray hair with brown skin like that looks great. It looks terrible on white people.
It looks straight up silver. Do you know what I mean? And not gray.
Terrible on white people. Looks great on him. So he was the one that hit me up, and I was like, what the fuck? You know, really? I was like,
and you're
Kirstie Alley?
like, hi, brown friend.
Yeah. Well, I always say that.
Good to hear. Hi, brown friend.
Good to hear your voice.
Good to hear from you.
I always say it.
And he said...
And he knows. And when he listens to the show, he was like, man, I appreciate that I'm your brown friend. He was like, I like it.
That's killing it, though.
Yeah.
We like to say more that he's like...
Looks and career-wise, he does well.
Yeah.
He's a man of both.
I'm a little sad because I thought I was your brown friend.
You're not brown.
You're not brown,
He's an
though.
actual brown
and I
man.
thought you were, Giorgio.
Yeah, I thought you were.
But you fooled me the way that I fooled you.
He's a Vin Diesel, you know?
Yeah.
He fools people
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I can only wish.
Yeah, well,
You could play,
all of us, right?
You could play lots
All
of
of us, baby.
different nationalities.
Sure.
Giorgio.
Sure could.
I could be Vin Diesel's gay love interest.
Eventually.
Ooh.
Yeah, you gotta work up to something like that. You don't just hop into that, obviously. But with Kirstie Alley, I was like, oh shit, and I wanted to confirm it real quick. So the first place I go is Twitter, right?
Sure.
And because Twitter's got the fastest news,
Right.
still to this day. And D'Anthony Holloway said something on the show yesterday. He goes, with Elon, he hasn't changed the algorithm. Like, he's allowing more shit and all this stuff, but he goes, you still got that algorithm in there that makes you hate people,
Oh, yeah.
And sure enough, the first person to confirm it, like on my feed at least when I popped it up, because I was just like, I just want confirmation of this before I tell you, because I don't want you to get in a tizzy, black out on the floor, piss your pants,
Right, because I
usual
was
things
like,
that you do.
I was like, oh, look who's talking.
That's
1 and 2.
exactly what
Yeah.
you said. It's the first thing out of your mouth when we talked about Kirstie Alley was
Yes.
that. Dead serious.
Yes.
And so it was a tweet by somebody from Occupy Democrats, which I don't, Bob, do you know what that is?
It's just some dumb activist group.
Oh, God, dude. I mean,
What do
it's
you think it sounds
just, I don't know, man. I don't know if it was the other side and they were trying to occupy the Democrats, blah, blah, blah. It seems counterintuitive, right, to have something called that.
It became the Occupy movement, and then, it's fucking, so these are the, so like the Occupy Wall Street people, they got called, it just got shortened like the Occupy movement, right? So these are the Occupy
They just
Democrats.
couldn't stop occupying.
All right.
So do we sit in front of a Democrat? I'm confused on what we do here.
Same. And so I responded to it because it was a picture of Kirstie Alley has blocked me. People do that now. And moments after the death had arrived, this was at the top of my feed at least. And it was Kirstie Alley blocked me.
And then it was this woman, Sarah Dublin, from Occupy Democrats. And I was looking at it this morning because a bunch of people responded. Apparently, that's like a huge Democratic, yeah, dude, one of those, we're going to fucking take down fascism type things, right?
Right.
I was like, what the fuck is this? I just responded because it said, the first thing that said was she was an awful person in real life. And she was awful to so many people on this platform.
Oh.
But I hope she finds peace now in heaven.
Okay.
And you're like, why? And then posting the picture of her blocking her.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, how do we
So
make
she
this
was
about
so awful.
you that you had to screenshot the picture of her blocking you, and then as soon as she died, you had to post that and say what an awful person she was, and I hope she finds peace in her death now.
But if she was so awful, why was she needing to block you?
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't
she
know.
clearly was like, all right, whatever.
I know. I just
If she was so bad, you would probably be the one blocking.
the whole thing. But I loved Cheers, as a kid growing up. It ran, the reruns were on forever. That was kind of like The Office back in the day, right?
Right.
Cheers just ran forever and ever and ever and all that other shit, which is what I remembered her for. And then Fat Actress, she was great in. And she did a bunch of other stuff along the way. Movies that you loved in particular. Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking 2. And
Was there a Look Who's Talking 3, Bob?
I think it's now, right? Look who's talking now.
Oh, Look Who's Talking Now, yeah.
Okay.
And that was the dogs.
Sure.
Oh, gosh.
Do you want to know the most awkward part about Kirstie Alley's death, though?
What's that?
When you get high enough up in Scientology, they explicitly promise you that you'll never get cancer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was
so was she a
Scientologist?
Scientologist? So
Hell
I don't.
yeah, she was. She's in the promo videos.
I don't know anything about. Like here's the odd thing to me. So I don't know anything about her personal life. I don't typically follow people of that age on social media.
You're too young for that, Ross.
Yes,
yeah,
It's just not my jam to follow. A woman in her 70s on social media.
That's more my jam.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a very
just
Giorgio thing.
Weird amount of Scientologists.
I
Yeah.
know, my God.
Yeah, I didn't know that about her. But
I feel like she was the third most famous one.
Was she? Was she in with, like, Leah Remini?
Yeah,
well,
she's been in
she's bigger than Leah Remini. Let's face
No, I'm
it.
saying, was she in around that time? I guess
well, she never left.
Well, here's the thing. Did Travolta get her in there?
That's I don't remember how she got it.
That might be
when
it.
When I took my personality test at the Scientology Center, they showed us a whole fucking thing, like a whole promo video, and obviously they tried out every celebrity they could in that
Sure.
video. And it went. They didn't get Cruz. Cruz wasn't in the video, but they had Travolta, Isaac Hayes, and Kirstie Alley all in the video talking about how Scientology was the one true way.
Wow.
No
Yeah.
Will Smith, huh?
Yeah.
No, Will Smith.
Actually, back up. Where did you take this? And did you just get
Exactly.
swept in? Because they do, like, ask you on the street in L.A. I don't know where you were, but...
So there was a Scientology temple not far from my house where I grew up as a kid.
Okay.
And it's right at the entrance to this bar and restaurant district, in my area of St. Louis or whatever. And we would walk down there all the time as kids to go get food or whatever and just hang out. Because it was
Sure.
a shopping district too. But at the beginning of it, right before you enter, there are these 4 huge old creepy looking ancient temples, right? They
Yes.
look like masons or 2 of them are Jewish temples, and it's beautiful architecture, but it's intimidating, right?
Right.
And it's the same thing with the Scientology temple. That used to be, I think, a Masonic temple or something. So it's this fucking mid-century modern creepy giant temple, and we were always dude, what the fuck is in there? We know it's Scientology, but what does it look like in there? So we just went and got personality tests one time. Just
How'd you do, Bob?
And it didn't... You weren't all right, I'm in. You were the one that was no.
Well, yeah. Well, how'd I do? Believe it or not, they told me I probably needed Scientology.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They never do that.
No,
Yes.
they do. You have to be in the
They
mid-range.
usually tell you, this isn't for you. Go ahead and go.
You can't be too smart and you can't be too dumb. So he must have hit that mid-range.
Yeah. Well, what they really should do. So me and my friend both took it. I think I did it twice.
Okay.
And just because someone else wanted to go later after they heard how creepy it was.
Sure.
And,
And you're
"All
like, check
right."
this out, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, but what would have been smart is if they picked out which one was the more insecure of the two, and then told the more secure one, "Oh, you're good. You don't need it. You
Right.
do. You do though. He's fine. But
Really?
They should have done that. They did.
Should've.
They just
Oh,
told
they
us-
did. Oh,
they
I was
told us
like,
both that we needed it.
oh, okay.
And by the way, one time I was greeted by teenagers, by people my age, and they're like, "Oh my God, welcome!" And like one of the
Yep.
girls was
That's
pretty
great.
cute, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh."
Yeah, Bob, you could
Good
have been
tactic.
You could have gotten your rape on for years and been fine.
I would've.
Right.
If that's what you're into. I mean, a
Right.
guy
I'm
like
not,
you,
I'm
that's
not.
that's what my guess is.
Can you rape in Scientology?
Yeah. Yeah, but you can't leave the church. That's
Well,
what happens.
I guess my thought
Then you go
was-
on trial like Danny Masterson, right?
As a girl, to be in the church, you have to then have acceptance, right? Do you give confirmation?
I don't know how that works.
We don't.
I don't.
We don't.
Sergio, I've never.
No.
No.
Okay,
I'm
so
Never dabbled.
Different lens now.
Yeah, different lens. I didn't know she was a
Different lens
Scientologist. Was she also a Republican? Maybe like why the Occupy Democrats thing? That seems odd to me, but whatever, right?
I'm sure she was outspoken.
Who knows?
Whatever that means.
I've never. So none of her. If she is on Twitter, actually, let's look it up. If she is on Twitter, I've never seen one of her tweets in my feed, and I don't follow her. Wow, she's got a lot of followers.
1.58 million.
Fuck, dude. All right.
Well, all the Scientologists have to follow her.
Let me go back a little bit just to see. Yeah, it's all Scientology bot accounts.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Halloween. Nothing crazy here. Jesus.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Male cats should eat mostly wet food, as dry food is bad for them.
It's a lot of animal activism, like
All the things that I would expect from a 71-year-old. Like that's normal.
Yes, just facts about
There's
what
a
animals
dish
should
of
eat.
Brussels sprouts and almonds, and it says "Yowza looks yummy." I mean, these are all normal
I'm not
interactions, but fuck her. And that's the way we're treating celebrities now and their deaths and all that shit, which is like, man, I used to care about being famous or leaving a mark on this life, right? Where that, I think at a certain age, why, what's up? You got something fucking dark there?
Kirstie Alley said she was blackballed because she supported Donald Trump.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there's your answer.
There's your answer.
There's your answer.
But
There's
like,
your answer.
she wasn't working in 2016.
Exactly.
No.
she was. Yeah, like blackballed
Scott Baio
from.
was
At
yeah.
66, she wasn't doing that much stuff.
Yeah.
But with that, like
Even James Woods.
he's 80. He's 80
Get
years
out.
old.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he's 80 years
Get
old.
outta here.
Why do you need to block his account if you're the Democratic Party? He's not doing it.
Why
What's
does he
James
need
Woods
an
doing?
account?
He's doing you favors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
If anything,
you know, he's got nothing to do all day. Him and Chuck Woolery, let him tweet all day. They're bored as shit. Same with Kirstie Alley. What's she doing? She's just saying, "Yowza, this looks yummy." Who cares?
Right.
But it got me to think about, like, you know, when you grow up, they kind of teach you or instill these things in your life of like, do something important, become a president or an astronaut, an actor, a fucking thing. Like, do something and leave your mark on this world. And it used to be a big deal back in the day. With social media now, it's not. I mean, it's maybe a half hour, and then you're going to get thousands of people who hate you and everything you've done, and then all your family and friends get to read that. And it's going to be these dipshits who work for Occupy Democrats and everything else, and you're going to have to read all this shit about your dead mom or aunt or whoever it is, and you're like, Christ, man. None of it is worth it anymore. It used to be so fun, didn't it? It was like, oh, remember the movies? They would do like a half-hour tribute on, you know, CBS or whatever network you were on, and they used to celebrate your life. No, you're just maybe, an hour now on Twitter, and then 10 seconds at the end of an ABC News thing.
Yeah, CBS Sunday.
In other news today, Kirstie Alley, star of Cheers and Look Who's Talking franchise for you.
Right. Look who's talking to.
And that's that.
Look
At least
who's talking now.
we're going to get to see a Look Who's Talking clip at the Oscars this year.
I hope. They're real fucking choosy now over there, so who knows? But that's kind of what we're relegated to. So the whole thing that I've said of like, once this is all over, whatever year that is, or however long we do these shows and books and all this stuff, like when I'm just going to shut it down social media wise, like delete all of it, I feel good about it with this. Like every single time somebody dies, you're like, oh fuck, man. There's just so much hatred for these people. You're like, you provided years of laughter on Cheers, and look who's talking too.
Yeah.
You know, you did that.
I don't see it, but
you don't.
A lot of people.
Yeah. You don't, and mostly because you came in this morning when I was writing, and you were like, hey, what the fuck are you looking at? Typically, I'm looking up things for the shows or whatever, and I'm like, I'm trying to find out who this person is. Like, why does that person have a blue check mark for Occupy Democrat? Like, what does that do in this world?
Sure.
And then I forgot you can just buy it for $8, and then you're like, oh, all right, well, fuck. I guess.
$8?
It's $8 a month. Yeah. And then if you're like an actual famous person, they'll put like official underneath it, and I guess that's the thing. But he's looking at changing that now. I don't know what it's going to be. It used to be so easy, but now it's not. Where I was just like, who the fuck is this person? I see cats and a Ukraine flag and a rainbow of some sort. Like, so many things to support there with PETA and Democrats and gays and all that. There's a lot to support out there, so you have to put the emojis. And there's like 50 now. There's a blue wave. There's I mean, you can tell all of them when you're just like, oh, all right. Yeah, well, that stands for this. And we've just kind of moved on to an emoji culture where if you don't post the emoji that best fits all of your hobbies and interests in this life, well, then you're a fucking loser, you know?
Right.
Which I find...
You just don't ever want to hear what about me, right? Like you're like, oh, I support cats and gay people, right? Speaking of which, this Supreme Court thing, I don't know when we're going to get a decision. I think a while from now, right? But the web designer that's now taking like another case to Supreme Court about not wanting to do websites or gay marriage. I think she has a website where she'll announce weddings, whatever, make you like a page for your wedding or whatever. And she doesn't want to do gay weddings.
Homosexual stuff. Okay, we don't say homos anymore. Right?
I was saying homos. I was getting to that. But
you
anyway,
missed the sexual part.
What, Bob?
You got tripped up there?
Yeah, you missed the sexual part.
I did.
You just said homos, Jesse.
Well, I forget because I just like don't. I thought we were done with this, so like I forgot.
I know
what you even say. So on. I think it was like, again, Good Morning America, which we'll get into, or last night.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about it. Yeah, go ahead.
Last night on ABC, you know, with David Muir, whatever it may be. And she's explaining, I believe that, you know, marriage should be between a man and a woman. I don't. And I was like, whoa, like, wow. It's been a while. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Since I've heard someone say that. And I go, really?
Yeah. But even if
because in my dumb mind, I'm like, we're past this, right?
Even if they did, right? And it's some weird religious belief that they have or whatever the fuck it is that really worth suing somebody and then going all the way to the Supreme Court? Like the money involved in something like that is millions of dollars.
Would she
she's
be the
one that's
getting sued, right?
She's the one bringing the case.
Oh, she brought it to the Supreme Court?
She wants to be able to...
decide who she serves.
Yes.
Well, every business in America decides that, right? I mean, I see a sign outside every business that says, we reserve the right to decide who our patrons are or whatever it is.
Who made her do a gay wedding website? Like, what gay guy busted in and was like, do it?
I know she's like super Christian and everything we know about her is that she's like not super into gay people. Let's see if she will go to Squarespace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a weird thing to hear, right?
Sort of. Look, I always assume with a country this big, with like 330 million people in it.
It was a weird thing to hear without the reporters or anyone around being like, hey, man, what?
Yeah,
right?
But it's still, you got to look at it, right? Like, I don't know who this person is, right? It's just some fucking podunk in the middle of nowhere, I'm assuming, right? Whoever this
Bob,
person is.
Can you look this up?
You don't even have to.
Supreme Court.
You don't even have to, because none of us know her name, correct? We know this story now, but we don't know her name, right? Or what she does. She obviously does websites, but where she lives, any of that other shit.
Right.
Whereas Kanye is on the opposite end of that spectrum, super famous, and is still saying just the same amount of crazy shit. I've just
but
chalked
it's
it up.
crazy, and everyone's saying it's crazy. Whereas, like, this person is been given a platform with people being like, "Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens."
Yeah,
So
but
essentially, there's an anti-discrimination law in Colorado where they have to make it for anyone, regardless of
if they're a public, or if I forget what it is, but if it's a company that serves the public in any way, right?
I guess, but you can't discriminate against a gay wedding if you make websites for weddings,
right?
So you have to take it.
Well,
Yeah.
who knows?
I mean, this is what the whole civil rights movement was like.
Either way,
Predicate. You
with
can't
all
just
of this
say I
shit-
refuse service to anyone and be like, "Hey, no black people," right? Like that's what this whole I thought we were
look,
here.
I would say 99.5% of the population is, but in a country of 330 million people, you're still going to have idiots and dum-dums out there. Like, we see and talk about it every single day. So I'm never surprised by it. I'm always curious of where these people find the time and money to do it, to care enough, right? Even with the Kanye thing, like we were talking about this yesterday after work, where it's like the press coverage is going down and down and down on shit like this because it's gotten too crazy.
Yes.
Where you just don't pay attention anymore, right?
Yes.
And neither does the media and everything else.
Right.
And even with the Milo thing walking away, we found out today it wasn't actually, from what he said, he had actually given Kanye an invoice for his services. And Kanye was like, "Oh, well, I'm not paying you for this." And Milo was like, "Oh, okay, great. So that's not what a political consultant is. So I've got to leave."
If I was Milo, though, I would take the clout, right? Unless he was like, "Hey, man, you're bringing me into some crazy shit.
Well,
you're gonna at
it
least
is.
pay me, right?"
Wouldn't you put a price on what he's saying right now?
Yeah.
I would. I'd be like, "All right, cool. You want me to go along with this fucking shit? I'm gonna need 7 figs, bud."
More than that.
More than
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, maybe,
he only
maybe
asked
8.
He only asked for like 126,000.
Yeah, like 118
For
grand or something
whatever-
like that.
Kanye
Yeah.
loses that much money.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So who fucking knows with all this shit? But with all these people, I'm not surprised by it. Same with this fucking lady here today, Sarah Dublin or whoever this is. Like, I'm not surprised by it because there's just too many fucking people, right?
Yeah.
There's too many out there to really wrap your mind around. Oh yeah, 330 million people could live in one country, and everybody's probably just gonna be fine, and it would be normal and agree on shit. Like, no, we're past it. We're just fucking past it.
Bob, was there an incident, or is she just wanting to get ahead of it? Is that a thing?
I know this story.
But
now.
anyways-
I actually know it. So her thing was she feels that she should have the right from the Supreme Court, and the federal should back her versus a state court who says that this has to be implemented.
Right.
She wants the right to refuse customers, not be forced to have them. So
Yes.
legally, I understand what she's doing. It's still just fucktard crazy to me, where it's just like, all right, great. I guess, and who knows what they'll do.
I think this might. So this is going before the Supreme Court, but something similar is addressed in the gay marriage bill that just passed.
Oh, that.
Yeah, because there are the reason some Republicans voted for it is because there's like religious protections in it too.
Oh.
Where it's like
Because they were referring to that as well, but I didn't know
Yeah.
if they were doing the slippery slope sitch.
They are arguing the slippery slope situation.
For sure.
But I don't. There is something in the bill that got passed. It's legit about religious protections in exchange for essentially federalizing gay marriage.
Dang.
Yeah. All that shit still
But
exists.
I will say, good for her, only because, that cake guy
Yeah.
that wouldn't make the gay cake.
Oh, you got boned.
No, he wrote a book. He's.
Well, he had to because he lost a shit ton of money for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And
What's
then you
the-
become
what's
like
the book called?
like the My Pillow guy. Like
Let's
you
come
gotta
up with
do
the
that.
name. Let's come up with the name for the book.
Oh,
I don't
for
know
his
what
book?
it is, but
Yeah. I would say for him it would probably be 2 layers of misery on a layer cake, something like that.
Don't ask, don't bake.
oh,
yeah.
I knew Bob would come through.
yeah.
He's very good with that kind of stuff.
I mean, mine was good too.
Don't
I
a-
really.
oh.
I don't know why we're.
No, yeah, yours
championing
What was
Bob
yours?
that
Sorry,
much.
the layers of loneliness?
2
or-
layers of misery.
2 layers of misery.
Yeah. So, whatever.
Don't ask, don't bake, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
A little bit more of a punch there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look.
can
give
we
it to
see what
Bob.
the
I'll
real
give it
book
to
is
Bob.
called?
Yeah. If it's Don't Ask, Don't Bake,
There's no way that
I
it
will
is.
walk off
No,
the
no, no.
show
It's-
today, and we will
it's
play
something like-
applause for 45
Right,
straight minutes
right.
for Bob.
It's something like standing in your principles or, fucking,
Icing on the cake.
something like this.
Find out. If it really is, though, if Bob is correct.
I think it might just be called No Gay Cakes
Here
allowed.
it is. If Bob is correct, we play the applause button for 45
No.
minutes and we walk off the show.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We do.
It's stupid. No one wins. It's the cost of my faith.
Oh, nothing to do with cake.
Man.
He is standing by a cake, though, or something, and flowers around him. Something like this, right? Nothing to do with cake, huh?
Missed opportunity.
Wow.
Missed
Wow.
opportunity,
Actually, even the cover of the book kind of sucks. Like, Ross, you're going to hate this.
Let's see it. Pop it up.
Let me get a bigger image.
Pop it up, brother.
I mean, this is a lot.
Oh.
This is garbage.
That's like a self-published.
That's a Fiverr. That's from Fiverr. He did that on Fiverr.
Yeah.
That's no good.
I
This is,
saw a
this
better
is
one on.
self-published is what
Okay.
this is. This
How
is,
a decision in my cake shop took me to the Supreme Court. We know. You were all over the place. We know.
Yep. That's off of
read the
Fiverr.
news.
Somebody in Taiwan did that for him.
Yeah, it doesn't even fit the fucking frame.
No.
Lord.
Wow.
Well, that's what happens.
That's what happens.
That's what happens when
what
you're
happens.
a weird old school bigot. People don't really love to frequent your.
Establishment.
Yeah, especially
Strange.
if like there's so many other people doing it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, be careful unless you are like a very specialized, the best in the biz.
Yep. But there was a guy too. Speaking of religion, who used to show up behind the goalposts of every like Monday night football game with John 3:16 on a bright green neon sign for years and years and years. This guy did that, and I was like, how expensive? How fucking expensive is that every single time to do something like that and to go to the Supreme Court? Jesus Christ, it's so expensive. You fucking dummy.
Yeah.
Just gonna lose all your bullshit for nothing. But again, not surprising there.
No cake for you. That's a good one.
Quick update, by the way, on the GMA sitch here. This one gets more and more bizarre.
It really does. I've got some for you too.
So they took them off the air. They took both of them off the air, and they said the relationship has caused too much chatter in the workplace, right?
Distracting.
It's a distraction, and then they'll bring them both back at a later date. They're not fired or anything. They'll bring them both back at a later date. But what's odd is this isn't Homeboy's first affair.
Right.
So he was boning a producer at GMA back in the day, and then she left.
Friends with Amy.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a real fun dude.
Well,
Lucky gals.
and he was
lucky gals all around.
He was married the whole time, and then these two,
And had a kid
good for them. With
the wife.
with
that
the
he's-
wife. Okay, I was like, whoa,
That he
the
left.
mistress.
He left his wife in June.
Okay.
Just had enough.
Yeah.
Amy left Shu in June. Weird.
You don't say.
And they were
timing.
they were kind of like, oh, what, you did too? Let's fucking go to a cabin.
Yeah.
And in August they were together. Because it's so cool when that kind of stuff works out exactly like that.
God has a plan.
Right.
God has a plan. That's what that cake person
Right.
said. That's what that cake person said. So
Andrew Shue.
I know.
Andrew Shue. Now,
well,
look,
he's not innocent either, so I'm not gonna.
he's not innocent either, and I have a little bit of a theory probably of why she just like couldn't do it with him anymore.
Oh, let's hear it.
So he hasn't done much since Melrose Place.
No.
Right.
no,
and
no.
so he started like a charity, Do
Yep,
Something.
you got to do something with your time.
It was called Do Something.
Oh, sorry about that.
The charity.
Yeah, I didn't know if
Ironic.
If his first
but
wife
yeah.
just said, do something.
Yeah, and he was like, cool, I'll start a charity. Let me marry this other lady first so that I have money. She's going to work.
Yeah.
She's going to work all the time.
You know what she did before she was a professor at NYU?
No.
She was the first wife.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about Amy.
Well, this is how long this has been going on. The first wife was one of the most powerful agents at CAA. She repped the entire cast of Seinfeld. So, I mean, endless money.
Right.
And then I was like, what does he do now? Oh, he's in because I was like, you guys live in New York. Not a lot goes on here, right, for film or TV or anything. I was like, that's strange. It's usually soap operas, commercials, and Broadway. It's like, what does he do now? And he's like, oh, he does this charity work. And he's just, and you're like, oh, all right. Yeah.
Does charity.
Yeah.
He started like Mom Cafe. He's kind of that guy that just like, Amy had to give him things to kind of do. So they wrote they wrote like a kids book together called Better Together.
Sure.
And she like went with him on podcasts, like, kind of doing press for it or whatever, putting her name to it, whatever.
Sure.
And he also started a podcast with her mom.
Oh boy.
Amy's mom.
Oh, boy.
So his mother-in-law.
Yeah.
And then a comedian. And
wait, him, the mother-in-law, and a comedian? Mm-hmm.
I think it was called like
what could go wrong?
Bad times or bad fun. Something weird that didn't make any no sense.
Sure.
And so that was another. Just go do a podcast. My mom wants to do one. Just go. Like I have to fucking go to work.
My mom wants to like get into it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
This could be something for you. The kids are older.
Yeah, can you not text or call when I'm at work too? Because I have a real job, I'm sure she says that to him.
Yeah, and he's like, let's do like a kids book. And she's like, if this will make you, if this is the thing you need, you know what I mean, to get out there and be happy and not just sit around the house.
This all makes so much sense now.
And so she was kind of like, TJ was looking pretty good because he just fucking went to work, right? And he ran marathons with her and, just...
Had a life. Yeah.
Had a life.
Shit.
And so I think she was just like, you know what, bro? Like, I can't do press about this kids book. I can't keep trying to get you to do something.
Sure. Wow. Makes total sense. So that regarding
now
the first wife, same sitch.
Right. Now him, not sure. He's a real fun guy.
Who?
TJ. He's a real fun guy.
Oh, the black guy.
Yeah, he has
TJ Holmes.
a very pretty, lawyer wife. There's some weird tributes that he was doing on Instagram that people found like a while ago that was just kind of, it was like maybe like an anniversary, but it was like real kind of cryptic, almost Ben Affleck style. Like marriage is hard, but we kind of get through it. And, it's not going to be great all the time. And you're like, happy anniversary. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it was weird stuff like that. She gave me a chance. I'd be lucky if she puts up with my crap. You know what I mean? You're like, yes, because you are constantly cheating on her and being a real fun guy.
Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if they're doing maybe some kind of little bit of an investigation about the producer and, making sure that the wife doesn't come after some stuff because that would be distracting.
That's...
As long as it is just, hey, we left our partners, we're together now, that's fine.
Well, here's the thing. There's two things in this. First of all, a pattern like that, usually HR sits you down after the first one and says, hey, dude, no more fucking workplace romances when you're married and cheating on your wife here. That typically happens, and then now it's happened twice, right? The other part about this is both of them are beloved on this show, and they're very good at their jobs. Like, they're great at it. I enjoy both of them as far as what they do for a living. And now knowing that they're boning makes it even better, and I kind of want to watch more.
For sure, if it's
that's the hard part, right? Because you would be fired for this, for doing this twice now at the workplace. Any normal person would be fired. But when you're good at your job like that, do you really want to let that go?
The Celtics did.
They sure did.
But there had to be other things going on there, right?
Yeah, and I heard there was, by the way, Bob. I
know that they wanted to get rid of him kind of anyways.
Right, but it was for other shit that he had said, and I think they were worried about this other lawsuit that was going to drop.
So here's my guess, too. So they, it comes out that they're dating. They're caught, right?
Yeah.
Then they lay low. Then they put out a statement that they separated from their partners both on the same month, like I said, and now they're dating. All good. Leave us alone. I'm sure their respective partners were like, no, that's not really how it went. And so either went to GMA or it's,
Yep.
I'm sure his wife was like, yeah, no.
Nope.
We weren't.
Yep.
We weren't.
You
and you
have
can
to
say
launch
whatever
an
you
investigation,
want.
Yeah.
Yes, because
that's what it is.
And I'm sure Shu is like, dude, we just fucking wrote a children's book called Better Together.
Yeah.
We weren't separated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why we don't hire women here at all. It's like, why even put that there? We live by the Qatar method here. No temptation. All right? No temptation. The last thing I need is Giorgio impregnating somebody, and then they're like, hey, I got to go on your health plan now. I'm preggers.
We could trap him.
We have to pay that premium next year for the company, and
we could trap him. He wouldn't be able to leave.
That's true. We'd force him to raise the baby in here. We've got an extra acre behind this place too. You'd build
Get you a little tiny house back there.
Yeah, for you and the baby and whoever the woman is that we hire.
He's not even here. We're just talking shit.
No, it's fine.
Sorry. I thought he was just staying silent. I'm like,
he'll learn about it later.
Is this funny to you?
He'll learn about it later. In the meantime, we got some sponsors that put this show on the air. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Christmas time is here. Damn it. Christmas is here. Jabes, get yourself a mattress. 40% off. Bundle package, mattress, adjustable base, combined together. Easy to put up, too, by the way. I was able to do this, and I suck at shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible handyman. Mm-hmm. I'm unhandy, if that's a word. D-handy? Or handicapped?
What?
I wear a cap when I do handyman stuff, so maybe I'm capped, Would you call me a capper?
Not handy.
Not handy, yes. So not handy. Not handicapped is what we've come up with.
An able-bodied, non-handy person.
And I will not let you be an ableist, okay? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
You're
I'm not.
making fun of my handicapness?
You don't have a handicap.
Okay.
You just don't know how to do stuff.
Just don't make fun of my unhandiness, okay? My unhandicap, all right? I put the goddamn thing up, and it works great. It's worked great for years. I did this with my own 2 hands right here that you're seeing in front of your face right now. I did it. I built this thing. And it took, was that Jewel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Took, 5 minutes. Super fucking easy. So a dummy could do it. And then you put the mattress down on top of it and you walk away. It's that easy. Plug it into the wall. Who cares? That's how easy that bundle package is. Now, if you want 30% off, just a mattress or some sheets or pillows or whatever, pop in the promo code Drinking Bros at checkout and you're going to get that all over your face. Also, if you get that mattress, they're going to give you 2 free luxury pillows right now. So go and get the goddamn thing. Fill up the card as high as it'll go. You get 30% off. Bottom of the screen, you'll see a 60-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest as long as you have decent credit there. Check that box, and you can walk out of there with a brand new bedroom set for Christmas for about $25 a month.
For the holidays.
Pretty amazing, isn't it? Pretty goddamn amazing. Wouldn't you say, Jabes?
Yeah, I would.
Who do we got up next today?
We have Liquid IV.
Ooh, drinking it now.
Tis the season, as you say.
Yeah. Drinking it right now.
Holidays are here. Weird weather's here. 40 degrees and dry, then humid and 70s.
I know.
Not sure what's going on.
Who knows?
Wreaking havoc on my skin and my energy level.
Yeah.
First thing to check, am I hydrated? Answer usually is no. So I have to grab a bottle of water like this.
Yep.
Pound a couple of those, or I can put Liquid IV in that bottle of water,
Yeah.
and it's going to hydrate me 2 to 3 times faster. I don't have to chug a whole
So chug a whole dong.
a
Whole bottle. I'm sorry.
bottle,
A whole
of,
bottle
water
of water
or gallon or whatever you need to get down for
All
the
you
day.
do is pop it into a 16, same thing, right here. 16 ounces of water, 1 stick, good to go. It'll hydrate you twice as quick. The yellow cherry, by the way, has been my go-to.
Golden cherry.
I'll go
so
through the
good.
fucking the flavors all at once, and then I'll move on to a new one. I don't switch these back and forth. I don't do it.
Really?
Nope. I finish the whole bag and then I'll move on to the next one. So today it's the cherry one, and then there's a grape one sitting there, and I'll probably gun through that. I have one every single morning. It's super easy there, Jabes. Now, if you're at home and you're like, how do I get this shipped to my house for the holidays? Because it'd be a great stocking stuffer. Well, you can grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get it 20% off when you shop Better Hydration at liquidiv.com and use the promo code Nooners at checkout. It's 20% off anything with the code Nooners at liquidiv.com. And you can go to Costco again, but you can't get the promo code. You can't get 20% off. Just order it right to your house. Promo code Nooners at liquidiv.com for 20% off. Jabes.
That's right.
Since I'm not like your crime corner has gone on now to bigger and better things.
Yes.
She's
Sorry.
on Patreon.
Had to leave you
Subscribe.
behind.
She's doing it once a week on Patreon. Subscribe to Drinking Bros podcast. We only need about 2,000 more subscribers, and that's it. Like, we're good to go there. And we're going to do a Christmas telethon.
Patreonathon.
On a Friday night. When is that? What
And
date?
I
What
think-
date did we decide?
I think the 16th.
Yes.
And we're going to try and do some call-ins
Okay.
if we can set that up. It's going to be a little bit like the election show.
Sure is.
Everybody hopefully is going to be
Super
here.
drunk, and we're trying to get subscribers over to Patreon by Christmas, so we can keep the video show going and all that other shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're close. We're really close, but it'll be fun. There's going to be
Ross-
some musical performances, some drunkenness, and
Would you say this
everybody
will
will
be
be
the
there.
wildest Christmas special that any podcast is
Probably.
producing on?
I would say yes, for
I
sure.
think we're going to try.
I wouldn't be surprised if they pull it down after it's over.
Oh, here's the thing. Are we doing it
We're going to do it on YouTube.
on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. And push people to Patreon?
Yeah, we can re-upload from the burner.
Yeah, from the burner.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
We'll do it. So we'll go live.
Giorgio, we'll talk
And then
about
if they
that,
take it
yeah.
down, we'll take it down. So I don't really care.
Can we expense some entertainment?
Yes, we can. So we're going to do that, and
Oh, you want
we
strippers?
Chatted about it last night.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Obviously. But maybe a mariachi band, and maybe a
think
midget.
Jared
a
can
midget
get
or two.
that. Hopefully
Do you want a
Jared-
Christmas midget? Do you want a little elf?
No.
I do. Can we
I
look
don't
that?
wanna
Can we look
say
that up? I want a
anything.
little Christmas midget around here. I want a little elf around here for
I've been
Christmas.
to a fraternity party that did that.
Yeah.
Doesn't it make
Hey,
you uncomfortable?
Hey, Bob, guess who threw one? I rented them. It didn't. I didn't feel uncomfortable once. I actually asked them if they wanted to partake in some other activities with me.
I
And
thought I was
shockingly
the only
enough,
short
they
one.
did.
I thought I was the only elf.
No,
Small elf.
you're above 4'11". You're not a
Barely.
real life midget.
But I think maybe he should. I mean, if you don't mind, Giorgio.
Yeah,
maybe
you want to
we
dress up like a little elf?
I mean, I'll sit on a shelf.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Oh
the
my gosh, we just put him on the shelf the whole time.
the drunk Christmas character
High as
Carl
shit.
from all the old sketches, hence the mustache. So I'll be singing some Christmas hits. Big show that night, and looking forward to it. Probably get pulled down, but I was talking about Crime Corner. I don't know, since you have your own show now and you're fancy. I wanted to do one if you want.
I
if
think
that's
I know
okay.
what you're doing, but go ahead.
Do you?
Maybe.
All right. Do you have the Crime Corner theme?
Does that have to
Pop
do with,
it on.
Does that have to do with feces?
Sure does.
All right, let's do it.
I read this morning, and
I
it
love
made my life.
no, we're
we
doing
do-
more Nature Nook stuff. So
Yeah.
we have some Thursday.
And I
we'll have
popped
a
in.
Nature Nook.
By the way, subscribe if you subscribe to Patreon. It's just Drinker Bros podcast on Patreon. I was actually on this Crime Corner last week, right?
You were,
Doesn't
you
that come out
popped.
Friday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you popped
Yeah.
on at the
It was
end.
great. I knew this story. Play the Crime Corner theme here. There it is. Yeah. Crime Corner.
Crime Corner. Go ahead, Ross.
So I read this morning and I thought of it. I thought of you and I just said, hey, dude, do I get to do it?
Love that you thought of me.
I did because it's a crime corner.
Sure. That's the only
Crime
reason.
corner.
Yeah.
Now, whenever you see a headline that says doo-doo drop-off, you're obviously going to click it and read it, you know?
Right.
Woman arrested. She allegedly delivered buckets of feces to her police department. A woman apparently wasn't taking any crap from a department in Texas. She was just allegedly dropping it off and in buckets. 46-year-old Mindy Stevens, the wife of an assistant fire chief. That's great. That's a way to go. Pop up a pic of, there she is. There's Mindy Stevens right there. Pop it up, Bob. Look at that little beauty. Look at that little beaut. Yeah, she apparently pulled up in front of the Electra Police Department last month and made the drop-off. Cops say an officer went out front to investigate and found 3 5-gallon buckets weighing a total of 50 pounds in what appeared to be human feces. They also said that Stevens was walking away wearing a hazmat suit. Which is awesome. And because I was wondering that. When you have that many buckets of human shit, first of all, that takes a while, right? I don't have that many friends to sit around all day and fill up. 50-gallon buckets are huge. That's a lot of shit.
Yeah,
A lot of shit. Right. One of those big red buckets with the white ropes on the side.
Okay.
It's a 50-gallon bucket.
Okay.
That's a lot of human shit there. I mean, that's probably months for this office, right?
Depends.
Depends on if Delco's having milk, but
depends on the day.
Yeah. It depends on how many people went to that Valero gas station from Mexican.
Right.
I don't know, but that's a lot of human shit. First of all, I'm impressed. I don't want to drag her down. All right.
Crime Corner, Giorgio.
Crime
Don't
corner.
worry.
Yeah. I don't want to drag her down because if you take the time to gather up that much human shit, and then you take the time to protect yourself by putting a hazmat suit on and then delivering said shit to the police department, I think you should be lauded for that. Because
let's check out this
that's really
bruiser.
going for it. Yeah, pop her up. Oh, you didn't see her?
No,
There
I
she is.
saw her.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
want other people to.
Yeah.
Unclear. Maybe we can figure it out, but why she would do this. She has a connection. She's the wife of the assistant fire chief. So she's in the world.
So
of
firemen
the first
and policemen have like a weird little thing against each other, which is fun, a fun flirty thing against each other. Yeah, she was charged with illegal dumping, which is a Class B misdemeanor. It's in Texas. A violation of Texas health safety code. Not that I'm shocked by that. I would have said Alabama.
Dumping.
Or Missouri first, but sure, Texas is probably third. She was booked last week, and she posted bond, and it was $2,000. And it's not her first run-in with the law. So, yeah, she punctured a man's hand and arm with a set of car keys in 2020. So she's had some issues.
But I have questions about
Sure.
the still being married to the fire chief of the town.
Okay. What are your questions there?
What's going on? Your wife's fucking drama.
Well,
You're
is she?
the fire chief.
Yeah. Is she?
What's going on there, bud?
Yeah. She also
What's up?
refused.
She's not some crazy homeless person.
Here's what I love, though. She refused to pick up the buckets of shit when they asked her to.
Sure, not her problem.
That's what she said. Not my problem.
Yeah.
Not my fucking problem. I think she's a hero. Where is that?
It
Where
depends
is
on
Electra,
what-
Texas? I don't know where that is.
It's in Wichita County. It's on the border of Oklahoma, right
So
here.
she could
right.
be a hero if I know what drove her to that point. Do you know what I mean? If I know
Right.
what it was that, because if this is your way of getting back at the police department for something,
Yep.
good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I agree.
Victimless crime, just
Sure.
a little fucking smelly and annoying, right?
It stinks.
Right?
Very stinky.
But they have to deal with it and they have to get rid of it. So it's It's annoying, but
Yeah.
nobody's getting hurt, right?
No.
So what was it?
I don't know. But again, it's the time to shit in 50-gallon buckets. Like that much human shit is fucking insane. Like that's awesome.
Is this the...
You have to admire dedication like that. Nobody has dedication like
Wait,
that anymore.
how did she? I'm sorry. 50 gallons?
50 gallons.
50.
Like that's the size of our trash
I know.
can right there, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
How does one
Or 3
collect?
smaller ones. Like
Yeah,
it's fucking
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So I'm wondering maybe this police department had something to do with her previous arrest.
Maybe. Because she took a set of car keys and jammed them through somebody's hand.
Arm
And punctured
and hand.
yeah. Somebody pissed her off.
Right.
And she's still married. So clearly he was like, that guy deserved it.
Sure.
Police department, yeah, you want to go and fucking drop shit off? That'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious. Now, I think the only question you need to ask yourself is, were the firemen involved?
With.
The shit. Did they
maybe,
have this grudge
maybe.
against the police department?
Yeah,
Said,
yeah,
hey, you know
maybe.
what? I heard about your wife, Mindy, man. She got a raw deal with her puncturing that dude's hand, stabbing it with a set of car keys. You know what? Fuck them. Let's all take turns taking a shit. We'll get some frozen Del Monte burritos out, crack those open, and
Fire department shit.
All that chili? Fire department chili?
just with an old wooden boat oar making chili, dude.
And then you use
Let's
that same
go.
oar?
Yeah. Sure do, friend. Just use the same oar, dude, to stir up that shit.
Yeah.
Stirring in my witch's brew. I got magic. Holla ba la la boo. And she just, just grinding, you know? Working your tries and buys, just grinding up that human feces.
Right.
Making sure it's just the right amount of mixture in there to be like, oh, is that human shit? God damn it, Mindy. And they caught her because they recognized her voice, which is crazy to me. So they knew her. They knew Mindy. There's more to this story here. But I think Mindy could be the hero we're looking for. I really do.
Right.
I really do.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. If I know what the, what she's railing against.
Whoa.
Oh, weighing a total of 50 pounds.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat says 50 pounds is about 5 gallons.
Whatever, man. 50 fucking...
Someone can't do math in the chat.
Is that what they're saying?
Yes, dude. It's 50 pounds.
50 pounds
I said
is about
50
5
pounds of shit.
Each gallon is 8 pounds, people.
Yeah. So
like,
I mean, come on, man.
Oh, man.
God damn it, man. You know what? I was here to host a podcast today, and I fucking became a teacher. And I didn't want to do that today.
You did.
Shit.
Better than half the teachers in Travis County Public Elementary Schools.
I know.
It was a 35-gallon bucket. Buckets.
Damn it, man.
3 5-gallon buckets weighing 50 pounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
50. I just said it, damn it. You know?
We're all doing math over here.
Bob, how's Herschel doing? Did that start today or?
Down 2 points in the polls.
Okay. Got to know how Herschel's doing. He's got that runoff today, so just keep a running ticker on that. So we got some shows later on today, and I'm gonna need to pop back in and ask you how Herschel's doing with the early results.
Sounds like he should start running, Ross.
Well, look, it's all he does is run. Okay. What's the difference between Herschel Walker and an elevator? An elevator can raise a child. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. I was in Pool Boy. I wrote that joke in Pool Boy, drowning out the fury. Big fan. Big fan of the state, too. Big fan to this mother squeezing day, Jabes, you know? But yeah, if Mindy's out there and she wants to pop on down, I don't know how far of a drive that is, Bob, but she's welcome to come in studio and plead her side of this case. You know what I'm saying?
Is she still arrested or has she been bailed out?
She got bailed out.
I think she got
2K.
bailed out.
2K bond.
2,000 you can handle.
Yeah, she's good.
Most people can handle that bond, right?
She's good on that. Yeah.
Fire chief salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine. She's gonna make it through the end of this. Something we were talking about last night in a weird convo that we had. Sometimes you'll just go off the fucking rails, you know, and that's fine. I let you do that. Yes. We were talking about those Idaho kids that got killed last night. Briefly. Does anybody actually know what happened with those kids yet? This story just kind of keeps popping up in the background with like little details. And now I'm kind of like interested in it where I'm like, all right, Because when it happens in Idaho, no offense, I just kind of check out where I'm like, oh,
Sure.
all right. You know, maybe people were eating potatoes and they just got sick of that and were like, let's just go stab some people.
Right.
But I don't know much about this, but weird little details are kind of starting to trickle in for me. And I'm not a crime guy like you are, you know, or a gal.
Bill Daly. Bill, great to have you here.
You got the volume on there for something else that's completely different. But
No, he's looking.
Oh, he is. Okay. But with this, what happened here?
Well, I think they're building a case right now, right, Bob? And they don't want to give too much information away, which is when you were saying I was going off. What I was going off
I
on.
didn't say you were going off.
Yeah, you said I go off on weird stuff, and you just like let me.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's fine. I'll always listen.
What I was going off on at first was
Sometimes they say I'm too good of a listener. Sorry. What were you saying?
No one's
kidding. I'm totally
ever said that about him. Ever. I was saying the culture of us needing to know, feeling like we're entitled to know everything that like FBI is working on or the detectives on this case. Like they're not telling us. What are they not telling us?
No, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? So I just
agree
think it's fucking stupid sometimes.
But here's the thing with the Idaho thing. Like if it's a murder, and this is what I said last night. If it's a murder like this, yeah, and you haven't caught the suspects. Yes, keep it quiet, take your time, all that other shit, right? If it's something else that's federal or like public and high profile, two things. So we were chatting about last night. Well, actually, I didn't bring up the other one, but I thought of it last night. But Hunter Biden laptop. Just tell me what's on the fucking thing. Don't tell me it's not real, and then it is real, and then have everybody leak shit. I don't want to be lied to. That's all. The other thing was like the Stephen Paddock thing. I remember going off on that back in the day, where it was just months that they didn't release who this guy was, any photos from Vegas or anything. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Can you just show us a pic and then we can move on with our lives of who this dude is and then be done with it? With the Idaho thing, I understand, because, the Stephen Paddock thing, he was dead, right? With this thing, the kids are dead, but they haven't caught the killers, right?
Right.
Okay. So they're still looking for them. What are they saying? It's multiple people or what?
One of the girls may have had a stalker. I like this part of the CBS News story.
Okay.
Was a skinned dog found near the student's house connected to the case?
Right.
Someone had killed and skinned a dog like it was a deer.
Right.
Somebody's
Jesus
pet dog.
Christ.
But that is not coming from the detectives,
No, that was just a
right?
fun extra thing.
Yeah,
that
It's a fun extra thing, yeah.
They found that and they go, ooh, we know what's going on. It's like, no, you fucking
Satan.
don't. But anyways, how many? So there was 4 kids in the house.
6 kids in the house.
6 kids in the
murdered.
house. 4 murdered.
Okay.
The other 2 slept through it. One of the girls we just found out yesterday was.
How do you sleep through a murder? What do they get murdered with?
Way crazier than the other, right?
They were
They're
stabbed?
thinking that
Stabbed.
Yeah.
How do you not wake up? There's going to be people
Ross.
screaming your face off.
No, they were. So they were stabbed in their sleep.
They were stabbed in their sleep.
So what?
And, like,
the first knife that goes
by-
into you, you would wake up.
Unless you get stabbed in the fucking neck and you're just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. So that would be the one place, right? But other than that, you would scream and wake up. The first stab would
Sure.
shoot you up, and you'd be like, it'd be like a Pulp Fiction
Ross,
thing.
how many times were you able to sleep soundly in your fraternity house after drinking 30
So
beers?
these kids were like college kids in their off-campus house, wasted.
Yeah.
So like, and they're all sleeping God knows where. You know,
People slept through. Dude, one time we boarded up a guy's room from the outside.
And he slept through that.
Slept through the nails.
So I know. Okay. So I know kids like that. Like I've never been one of them. I'm a terrible sleeper. So maybe that's just me on this one. But I do know. I mean, shit. We used to stack bottles and knives and all kinds of shit on people that were passed out. So like I understand it. Very rare that an entire house is that blackout drunk that they can't hear all the roommates being stabbed to death.
Maybe the light sleeper was one of the ones that was stabbed. You don't know. The heavy sleepers were downstairs.
Maybe they knew that, Bob.
yeah, I don't. Just so we're clear, like these other kids are not suspects.
Okay. So they
Weird, yes,
All right, yeah,
but
it's weird.
you know when you first hear it, you're like, okay, but they're cleared. The only thing they're trying to figure out now is if the girl that was one of the girls that was like real fucked up, and then the other one wasn't as almost like passion killing for one, and then just like silencing the other, or they happened to wake up or they just had to go, right?
Okay.
But one person seems to be the target, whether that is drug related, kind of an accidental, getting mixed up with the wrong people doing the wrong thing. I find that one a little bit hard to believe, or a stalker.
There's an update here from ABC News as of 2 hours ago. It says police are looking for more information regarding 2 of the victims who were at the Sigma Chi fraternity house hours before they were killed.
The boyfriend was a Sigma Chi.
Is he dead?
The Ethan.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he got killed.
Oh, fuck.
So one of the girl's boyfriend, Ethan something, I'm pretty sure he was the Sigma Chi.
Whew. And they're all pretty attractive here in this picture. Is that all the people that were in the house?
Mm-hmm.
The one, yeah.
Yeah, then they'll solve this. They're hot. They're too hot. We talked about this on your Crime Corner on Friday.
Right.
If it's a hot murder, boom, you'll find out real quick and you'll get that info out there. And yeah, for sure. Shit. What a weird story, man.
It is
Fucking
weird.
A. What do you think it is?
Well, it's sounding like then something happened at the house, pissed somebody off. But the way that it was done is either someone that knows how to get away with this or just like a crazy stalker person. Because didn't you say, Bob, it was like there was blood like dripping on. It was a
Blood
crazy
was leaking through the walls of the house.
Leaking through the wall. Like it was an insane scene. Very rare that just a stranger goes that hardcore on someone.
Yeah.
So it feels like someone they know or she knows or some kind of incel shit, but I really don't know. And they're not, as far as the investigation, like, CBS, ABC, they can say whatever they want, but detectives are wanting to keep the person
in the dark. They're playing it really close to the
Yes.
chest.
Which they should.
Should.
Yeah. I don't like
I don't know.
The public shit. Get it out there, get it over with, and let's have some answers and just kind of quell the chatter. If you just really like that fucking Stephen Paddock thing, just release one pick. It's Vegas, for Christ's sakes. All you needed was the one of him fucking loading up the guns in the goddamn bellhop cart, and I was good. I was like, all right, great. Now I can move on with my life. But not posting that for like 5 months, you're like, fuck off. But with this, man, what a weird fucking story. Holy shit.
Yeah, because people keep going like, talk about this for Crime Corner or whatever. It's like, dude, it's not in Florida. I don't have any information on it.
It's not done. Yeah.
I mean, we can speculate, but it was pretty hardcore situation to sit and try and like just speculate about what might have happened.
Yeah, because I don't veer, like I read a shit ton of news, right? I'll usually, for the shows, mostly for the shows, right? But I don't really, I'll steer clear of like the murder articles because we don't really chat about it all that much unless it's somebody super high profile. Or Dog the Bounty Hunter gets involved, obviously, then we'll do it. Like with Gabby the Petito thing and Homeboy, I was all in once Dog the Bounty Hunter was there. I knew we would be safe and we would have an answer.
You knew it was real.
When I also knew the kid was going to kill himself because Dog the Bounty Hunter was there and he had entered the state. And so I was like, great, kid's dead. I don't have to worry about anything anymore, right? So what I'm saying is, now that I've seen the picture of these attractive college kids, let's send in Dog the Bounty Hunter and get some fucking answers now, okay? Now it's important. Now that these people are attractive, it's starting to get important.
Right.
And we need Dog the Bounty Hunter up in that sitch to figure this out. Do we know if he's on his way, Bob? Do we know if he's there? Has he crossed the Idahoan border?
You don't know where Dog is until he decides.
Until he lets you know.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
Until he wants you to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't see that cat stalking that game until it's too late for everybody.
Man, if I did something, I'll tell you this. If I did something that bad, that Dog the Bounty Hunter came after me, I could fill up Homegirl's 50-gallon shit box in less than 30 minutes. I would be shitting my pants, dude, if Dog the Bounty Hunter was after me. Yeah. I'd fill up that whole barrel, and it would just be one sitting, too. That wouldn't be a double dip. I wouldn't feel any cheek heat off that, from the previous dump before. That would definitely be...
Don't you hate that?
It's awful. It's awful.
Like you kind of like.
We've had enough poop talk.
But pee too. I mean, you're a lady. You sit down. You ever
I'm
sit
not
down
doing
behind somebody?
I'm not doing pee poo poo
Okay.
conversations.
You've never felt that cheek heat from someone else, a stranger, and you're like, ah, shit. If it's your own family, it's fine. But when it's a stranger, When it's a stranger,
I apologize greatly for this.
God damn it. When you're feeling that cheek heat from a stranger, you're like, God damn it, man.
No, I like the hug.
I don't like it.
I feel like
It's too close. I feel like I just left a murder scene that I wasn't a part of, where I was like, oh shit.
It makes Bob feel comfortable.
It makes me feel like, everyone's connected. We're like with this beautiful human race.
I don't need that. I don't need that fucking heat in my life, friend. I sure don't.
Especially if it's the squishy type.
I don't need that cheek heat.
What
No.
house are you at that still has it?
Yeah, exactly. I want one.
You can't have them. You can't have them with kids.
No, I know.
It'll fill up with pee.
No, well, they just literally hold bacteria, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They were
just that
comfortable.
foam. One crack in that foam, and it's all.
I mean, we
just
pulled
a
up that
petri dish.
We pulled up that $80,000 toilet the other day that DJ Khaled was gifted by Drake.
4 of them.
Four of them. Oh yeah, 4 toilets.
Match.
LED lights. There was a heater on the fucking seat, so you could pop that up to whatever that optimal temp is for your cheeks. I don't know what temp I would set mine at.
For Bob to feel.
Bob's 82.
Connected,
I feel like Bob would be an 82 and sunny.
82 is pretty warm.
Is it?
Yeah. If you were to sit on it.
I'm actually not a big fan of my car's seat warmers. To be honest, I don't like them on for very long.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm a good 8 to 10 minutes, and then I'm good on that. Same. But I think Bob would go in 82. It'd probably help you. Probably help relieve the tension. Something to look into. Yeah, but these Idaho murders, I'll give this, just based on their looks, I don't know, 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks of this, right?
Yeah, I mean the parents are starting to get.
Yeah.
They're starting to do interviews and get it. We don't know anything. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Strange story, because when it's something that violent like that too, that's typically not how it works, right? Nobody really stabs the shit out of people anymore.
Unless they know you.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
So if you were going to kill me, would you stab me?
No, I'd poison you. I've already started.
Oh, all right.
Slowly. Yeah.
Turns out I wasn't sick for 3 weeks. I was just slowly being poisoned.
Just the beginning. It's just
the
beginning.
And that's fine. That's fine.
Yep.
But last night when you were watching the Rupert Murdoch doc?
You watched the Murdoch series.
What was it? What channel's it on?
HBO.
Okay. You were head to bed a little early. I had to do some work, so I was watching the game last night, and man, I'll bring it up because we've been talking about it on here. Obviously, it was Tom Brady, and Monday night game. Giselle's got the new jiu-jitsu boyfriend and the whole thing, and she's posting the photos out there. TMZ earlier in the morning had posted, Giselle's out with her daughter on her birthday, Tom, nowhere in sight.
Right.
Nowhere in sight.
Absentee.
Absentee father, because he had to play in the Monday night game. All right.
He chose to. He didn't have to.
He had to. No, they're in first place. They're not a very good team.
He was retired.
Yep. But so
everything he does past this point is his choice.
Came back to lead a first place team.
100% his choice. Yeah.
Not having a great season. They're not the best team there, but they're still in first, and it appears as if they'll make the playoffs somehow because of Tom. And it really is because of him. Daughter's birthday. Saw the pics in the morning. Probably popped him up in the locker and said, "Fuck everyone.
Right.
Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
Last 3 minutes and 30 seconds of the game. Tom's down by 2 touchdowns. He needs 2 tutties with 3:30 left in the game. Impossible.
Sure, you'd think.
Only one man could probably do that in the history of football. Tom Brady did it. Tom Brady did it. Fucking Troy Aikman, Hall of Fame quarterback, just going ballistic. Oh, God. There was no time left on the clock. The guy had to dive. The guy threw it, had to dive into the end zone. Everybody goes to his. Tom does it again. He's the GOAT. Does a classy interview afterwards. And what's the first thing he says? This one's for my daughter. Happy birthday.
Nice. Nice.
Live on television to say, fuck you, Giselle.
Yeah.
Fuck that jujitsu teacher, baby.
You know who Giselle should be with if she wants someone to be around all the time?
Andrew Shue.
Andrew Shue. That would be a great couple because, he would be around, Giselle, he would be around all the time.
Yeah, maybe too much.
He would never leave.
Maybe too much.
He'd make it to all the dinners, all the things. He wouldn't go to work, even if you wanted him to.
No, it wouldn't.
He wouldn't go.
Wouldn't do it.
So if that's what you want, Gazelle, I've got a couple guys that would be fine with just not doing nothing.
Oh boy, but I like thinking about it last night because I saw that article in the morning, and there's literally no lie, there was a picture posted of Giselle with her daughter on her birthday by herself and on TMZ, and it was like happy birthday, whatever. I was like, man, how does Tom Brady top this? And I think he intentionally got down by 2 scores and was like, what's something impossible that I could do tonight to really fuck with her and have all of social media going completely ballistic last night? I know. I'll just come back and win another fucking game in the fourth quarter with no time left. I mean, unbelievable. I don't even know the fucking guy he threw it to. Like, he's throwing to nobodies, and he's winning with nobodies. And then he just looks in the camera right afterwards. This is for you, honey. I love you. Happy birthday. Hopefully you're watching. Daddy be the greatest of all time again.
I know you'd rather me be there, actually physically with you. But isn't it a lot better, sweetie, to see me do the same thing I've always done during any other birthday, holiday?
Let me ask you something.
Thanksgiving Day.
You and I are children of divorce, right?
Sure.
At that age, I think she's 8 or 9 maybe. At that age, don't you think she probably said, because it's the night game. It's the Monday night game, right? So she went out on her birthday, probably had a lunch and I think at school and maybe a little birthday dinner celebration. But don't you think she went home and she said, Mommy, you think we can watch Daddy on TV tonight?
Nope.
I guarantee you she
Nope.
did. The child? Yes, the child did, for sure. For sure.
No.
Mom, can you put on the game? Is this what you want?
Is Dad coming?
It's my birthday, Mom.
Let's not get the cake yet. I think Dad's going to come.
No, Dad called me earlier and he said I
No.
can't be there because I'm playing in the Monday night game and I have to win because we're in first place and we're playing for the playoffs right now. We only got like 5 games left. I love you so much, and I tell you what, you watch the game tonight with Mommy, and I'm gonna give you a special
I'm going to tell you there's going to be
birthday
only
wish
one. There's
live
gonna
on
be
television after I win the game.
One, shut up, woman in the world that's going to hate football as much as I do.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Tom and Gazelle's daughter.
I don't think so. I think she loves it.
Every
She understands.
bad memory.
She respects him. Yeah.
The reason why her parents got divorced.
Yep.
Anytime Daddy wasn't there. Anytime we couldn't go see him because he needed to focus, all of that is going to be connected to football. She is going to hate it so fucking much. Call me, girl. Call me.
She's going to love it. 1. 2, what's better than a birthday wish from your father in front of 20 million people watching on the Monday night football game? I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. Daddy loves you. Happy birthday. I know, I just won again. And that was for you. I did that for you. So now, when you go to school the next day, all of the kids in class who root for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will come up to you and say, man, your father's amazing. For your birthday, he gave you a victory. My God. The tide turned last night for Tom, and he's 3-1 since the divorce. So clearly, it's working. Whatever he did is working, you know? Right. Shit. However, there would be one more bit of magic in this for me, by the way. Just one tiny sliver of magic. If he were to get traded to the San Francisco 49ers and then just win the whole goddamn thing, be the greatest. That's the only thing they're missing. After I thought about it last night, I was like, that would be the greatest. Just win another Super Bowl and say, fuck you, you know? But We can all dream, you know? And right now, I want to wish Tom Brady's daughter a happy birthday before we get out of here, Jesse.
Right.
And let her know that daddy's doing important things. I died when I saw that last night. I was like, what are the chances? No lie. I looked at the clock and how much time was left, and I was like, there's not enough time. He'll never do this. He'll never do this. Right. And then he fucking does it. And I jumped up. I'm emotional about it. I'm like, oh my God, dude. How does he keep doing this at 45 years old? It's amazing. Like, holy shit, Tommy. And I hate Brady. Right. I mean, I respect him because obviously he beat my team, you know, so I hate him for that. But like, he went to Michigan. But God damn it, I respect him, you know? Right. Still doing it. 45 years old. Happy birthday to his daughter out there. That's what it's a birthday wish from a father who loves you. It really is, you know?
Yeah.
Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, and leave a quick review, and then head on over to Spotify and just click a 5-star. That's all you have to do. You can move on with your life, all right? You don't have to do anything else after that. And for the holidays out there, grab some Hard AF Seltzer from hardafseltzer.com. We're shipping right to the house. It's all the new flavors. My parents got them yesterday.
Nice.
I'm like, God damn, these are good. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't lying about it, like on the show. And they were like, but you don't understand. I was like, no, I definitely understand.
Right.
And the show that I did, which was super fucking drunk, was because of it. Like, I had to taste these goddamn things. So
yeah,
I'm helping the world, the same as Tom is. All right. So let's ease up. All right. Mm-hmm. Ease on down the road. And you too, damn it, will be live for the sports show on Drinkin' Bros Sports. Roughly 15 minutes over there. And then we got a special guest on Patreon at around 3 p.m. today, Mr. Tyler Gray from SEAL Team. Paramount Plus, superstar now, directs all the episodes, stars in the show. The guy does it all. He does it all, damn it. He's one of the best guests we've ever had on Drinkin' Bros. He'll be on Patreon this afternoon. So subscribe to that. And there's no ads in it. Drinkin' Bros podcast on Patreon. Thanks for tuning in, kids. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.